Hi, everyone. Here we are. We're on week 4 already, the end of January. So, all of January, we've discussed our strengths. And this whole year is going to be a practical information, little nuggets of information every week coming to you on how to live your best emotional, mental, and then physical life. So, everything comes from our emotions, our mental acuity. And this week, it's all been about our strengths. So, coming from a strength based approach actually has shown that we actually get our results faster and easier if we come from knowing what our strengths are. So that's what I do with all of my clients. And by the way, I'm Rebecca Kahn, transformational life coach, and I help teens uncover their anxiety and release it so they can just move beyond it. They can learn resilience and confidence. And then I also teach the parents and the family unit how best to support the teen and how best to look at their life. Okay, so anyway, so week 4, and we're talking about pride. Now, pride is not one of the VIA character strengths that we took a survey on. And if you still want to take the survey, I'll link it down below or up above or wherever the text is. And that is just a snapshot of where we are currently on what energizes us, what kind of gives us a little bit more oomph in our life. And once we look at those strengths and operate from them, then it's a little bit easier to get the results that you want, and it's easier to kind of savor the moment. So, so this week we're talking about pride, and Jessica Tracy, author of Take Pride, did a lot of studies on pride and whether it serves us. And it turns out that pride is super valuable. There was a study that she did on college students, kind of measuring how much they studied for a test and then took the test and then how they did on that test and then how they felt about how they did on that test. And what she found out was that the ones who were kind of disappointed in how much they studied because they didn't get a good grade were actually motivated by the lack of pride and studied more for the next test. And then they felt that pride. So we need pride in our lives. And other studies have shown that pride is just universal throughout all kinds of communities and nations and tribes. And it's a part of kind of connecting us to others and how others see us. And we don't want to go too far out of there, but we do want to be aware of what makes us proud of ourselves. And then once we know that, we can find that motivation to keep feeling proud of ourselves. And, you know, all of this stuff with the strengths and everything else, we need to kind of take a little bit of a break and just say, I really did good on that test. I put the time and effort into studying it, and I'm really proud of what I did. Savoring all of this stuff on a day-to-day basis. You know, so often we're so busy that we just kind of go through our day. Take time to appreciate what you do. And maybe it's just a wave to somebody on the freeway and letting them in front of you. Maybe, and that's kindness. Maybe it's going for a walk and appreciating a beautiful flower. And that is savoring your experience of appreciation of beauty. That kind of stuff actually changes the neuroplasticity of our mind. So I encourage you to take a look at all of your strengths and how you can use them. Another thing, the progress principle, which I found fascinating, that of all the things that you can do to boost motivation and feel good about things. And this was done in a study during work for working people, not college students this time. They said that the number one thing, the single most important thing that was in charge of motivation was actually making progress in meaningful work. And making progress, you know, one step at a time, right? That's progress. And noticing, savoring your progress, and knowing that once you do understand and savor that progress that you're making, that actually contributes to even more creativity, more productivity in the long run. So all of this, and it has that sense of pride because it's meaningful work, right? So what are you working on? What can you do to give yourself a sense of pride? How can you help your loved ones recognize what they do well and what they worked hard on? And can you have help them become more aware of it? And can you have them savor it a little bit more? Okay, so I'm a Rebecca Kahn, transformational life coach. This is week 4. Next week, we are going into what really is anxiety and what is overwhelm and stress and depression and out of all of these years, these last several years of study, they have just research has just exploded on this stuff. So you need to know this because we all have a mind, and our minds are absolutely fantastically amazing, but they might get glitches every now and then, and we just might need to just kind of, you know, kick it off a little bit different. So join me next week for that. I'm so excited about that because I love that. I love showing people that we're all human and we all just get little glitches, and it'll be okay. You'll be okay. All right. Have a great week. Bye.